Hello everyone and welcome. I'm David with Keller's Creations and I'm really excited you're joining me today for our webisode. Today we are making one of my favorite items in the entire Keller's line, accordion tags. Here's an accordion tag up close and personal, and you'll be seeing a little bit more about this through our webisode. This is what I taught from convention to convention in the entire year of 2008. We had great responses to them. They're a very unique product and very different, so I'm really excited to be able to share some of my techniques with you today. I wanted to show you a couple of examples of accordion tags on a page. Here's an accordion tag in red cardstock going across the bottom of the page. Here's an example of it turned vertically and going down the side of a page in a printed paper. And our accordion tags we offer in a variety of print and solids. But if you can imagine, if you have a lot of pictures to accomplish in two 12 by 12 layouts, this is a great way to get that technique done. On the same token, I'm going to be teaching you how you can also use it as a gift. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to set this to the side for a moment. And we're going to start off with our accordion tag in plain black cardstock. Now, I always like to preface anytime I meet someone and talk to them about accordion tags, when we're doing a show, people will walk by and they'll see what we're making and they do the little whispering from person to person, and that's what we call the I can make that at home conversation. Yes, you can make this at home. As we like to always remind people, we at Keller's are all about easy and quick pages. So we would rather you spend the time making this a creative project instead of spending your time with a cumbersome set of cutters and trying to get your paper lined up just right. And you know, not all cutters cut through 4 pieces of paper if you do it paper doll style. So why not let us do the work for you and you can enjoy actually scrapbooking instead of cutting paper. So what I've done is I've taken a couple of scrap sheets of birthday paper, and I always like to cut mine. When I'm working on an accordion tag, I like my paper to be cut in 2.5 by 3.5. That's 2.5 wide by 3.5 long. That's the perfect size to fit on here. So I've got a good old-fashioned Creative Memories corner rounder, and I'm just going to knock the edges off of this scrap paper, and I'm going to use my adhesive, whatever adhesive you have, and I'm going to glue mine down to the first and third panel on my accordion tag. Quick and easy, just like this. So now that we've got that glued down, we're going to also set that to the side, and we're going to talk about slide mounts. We have a lot of people who use our slide mounts. If you look on our website at acidfree.com, you'll see slide mounts all over our website, and we like to use them on pages too. I like to call these the best little scrapbook accessory you can have. Unique to us in the sense that they are cardstock. Some of you may have slide mounts at home that are plastic or metal, and you're a little limited to what you can do with those, and some people kind of go, yeah, I bought them and I just threw them in a shoebox and threw them in my closet. We encourage you to really get into using slide mounts. They're very inexpensive. They really make your pages look great. And because they are cardstock, as you're about to see, we can stamp on them. A couple of things you should know. We do ask and encourage you not to rip your slide mounts. They are perforated at the top, so a lot of times people think I can get double the bang for my buck and rip it in half. You're going to have an unfinished edge across the top, so that's not going to look very nice on your page. Secondly, a lot of people, like to come through and distress their slide mounts. Well, if you go through and distress on a perforated edge versus a straight edge, it's not going to be even. And thirdly, as we're going to show you, we like to use vellum or pictures inside of our slide mounts, almost like mini frames, so we want to be able to seal it completely shut. So, keeping that in mind, we are going to do a little stamping. So we are using our extra large background stamp, and just to let you know, we will have a whole nother webisode devoted just to stamping, so we'll get into a little more detail then. But all we've done is we've used our extra large background stamp. We've put it on one of our Keller's clear acrylic blocks, and we're going to teach you a technique called second generation stamping. And what second generation stamping is once you load your stamp with ink, give a nice press to your scrap paper that's on your stamping pad, and then come through, don't re-ink, then come through and press your stamp across the top. Now you'll see this stamp with the first passing of the ink is much deeper than this one. It's also a great technique if you have just a limited amount of stamp pads or ink pads. You can actually come through and get different levels of color, so you can get more bang for your buck with that as well. So we've got that stamped, and then our next step is I'm going to take one of our word stamps, and I've chosen the word enjoy since we're making a birthday accordion tag, and I'm just going to stamp it in black ink, and I'm going to come just right to the bottom right corner of my slide mount. And then one of our really cool inventions, the birthday stamps. These are freestanding, as you can see, but what I've done is I've just taken 3 and put them together at an angle. And what I'm going to do, in black ink as well, is I'm going to stamp half of the candles, because I just want to have those little bitty flickers of birthday candles at the bottom of my slide mount. Okay? So that's going to do it for our stamping right now. We've got our slide mount, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use our vellum slide spots. Now, all of our vellum, it's important for you to know, all come cut and designed to fit perfectly inside our slide mounts. So you kind of see how the two work together. The slide mounts house the vellum or pictures, and we also have vellum slide spots to go inside of our slide mounts as well. So what we're going to do, I've cut out the happy birthday because I thought that was the right one we needed to use. And I'm just going to take my tape runner and I'm going to do adhesive around all of the corners, fold my slide mount over, and here we go. So now you see how the vellum looks inside of there. Then all I'm going to do is take my tape runner around those 4 edges of the slide mount, and I'm just going to adhere it down like this. Now for you at home, if you wanted to put a picture in or you're going to give it as a gift, I wouldn't seal the slide mount shut, leave it open so that whoever you're giving the gift to can actually put the picture in when they get home. Okay? Then the next thing we're going to do, if you look at this accordion tag, all I've done here is I've taken a scrap sheet of the same birthday paper and I've just cut it to go across the bottom here. We've done adhesive on the sides and the bottom, and we've actually made ourselves a little gift card holder. So if you're giving this to someone as a gift, you're putting in someone's desk for Secret Santa, or even just slipping it in a stocking, drop that little gift card into their favorite fast food restaurant or coffee shop, and then you've made yourself a great gift card. If you're not going to be giving someone a gift card and you want to decorate this further, you could either A, put another picture here, or B, I know a lot of you have just white gel markers or silver gel markers. Go ahead and sign your card here. You could even do some journaling, capture some journaling here. And that will be your accordion tag. And then to tie it all together, we're going to use another one of my favorite items, which is so cheap, and I know scrapbookers are always looking for good bargains, and that's raffia. If you've never used raffia before, it is just really tightly wound tissue paper. It makes the most beautiful bows. It's kind of got a little bit of a rustic feel to it. So all we're going to do is cut raffia, and this is about 6-7 inches long. And all I've done here is we have just untwisted it. A lot of times people, it shows when they pick raffia up, they want to start working with it without untwisting it. It can be a little difficult. Once you get it untwisted, it's kind of like corn husk. I'm going to show you the coolest technique. All you want to do is tie your raffia in a knot. Just a very loose knot in the middle, not too tight. And then you just want to take the 2 loose ends and hold them together. And you're going to want to feed this through the front of your accordion tag. Okay? Not the back, but feed it through the front. And what will happen is that knot's going to stop at the front. You take your raffia and just spread it out a little across the top. Grab your scissors, trim the edges off at an angle, and voila. This is a great, quick, easy trick to use whether you're using raffia or rickrack ribbon or even twill. But if you do your knots like this and tie the knot and insert through the front, when you adhere this down to your page, it will ensure that your page always remains flat. And that's really important when you're making a scrapbook album. So, I'm not going to do all 3 of these because you know how to do it, but I am going to leave you with one little quick tidbit of information. This not only applies to birthdays, but let me show you the same concept made into a holiday accordion tag. Now this was great. You can put it down on your page. You can put a gift card in it and drop it in someone's stocking. I actually have an accordion tag on my desk as a picture frame with my 2 dogs in them. So this is a great way to get some really neat Christmas ideas and techniques on your page. And then all I did is we sell these wonderful tag holders. They don't look like a lot in the package, but that's because all you do is take them out, you put your adhesive. I went through and distressed with a little bit of red ink, used a Believe stamp at the bottom, and tied some ribbon. And suddenly, We've made a great holder to drop in your stocking or into your Secret Santa's desk at work, or to put on your page, and now your scrapbook is now interactive. So, I hope you learned a lot today with our accordion tags, and I look forward to talking to you soon on our next webisode. Happy scrapping!